Okay, I want to go through again and just walk us through some different ways to calculate our math problems. So here's a problem with annuities. So remember, annuities are like investments. So like your 401k, etc., are kind of like annuities. Though, if you want to get real technical, that's not the proper term. Annuities is what you choose to do with your savings at the end. But anyhow, our book just calls it generically an annuity. So on this problem, we're contributing $30 per month and at 7% interest for 15 years. And so there you go. And so again, if we're using our formula sheet, it would be this formula right here. And again, you know, that can be pretty hard sometimes because you try to use that formula, you forget a parenthesis or something, screws it up, and it's just, it's very frustrating. So again, I'm going to go through the same three calculators I did if you watched the last video on compound interest, and I'll show you how to calculate these on these three different calculators, which again, I highly encourage you to do. You're not going to leave this course and say, gee, where's my formula sheet, right? So you're going to use a source like one of these things. So on the TI, real quick, again, we're in the apps and we're in the finance app, and we're going to go into the TMV or TVM solver. And so let's see here, 15 years, it's compounded monthly. So first of all, 15 times 12, because 12 months every month for 15 years. So that's 180. So 180. Looks like I already started this problem. Interest is 7%. Present value, there is no present value. Okay, I haven't started. I'm about to start. So present value is 0. My payments are 30. Now, future value, I'm going to calculate that. And payments per year, or cycles, or compounding cycles per year, is 12. Why 12? Because I'm doing it monthly. Okay? So then I will quit. I'll go back into the apps, finance, and again, I'm going to solve for the future value. Enter and hit enter. So there you go, 9,508.86. So if I round, that rounds, because if you look at the homework problem, it says do the calculations and then round your final answer. So if I round, that's 9,500 and actually $509, right? So that's the answer for part A. And then it says, well, what'd you pay in interest? Or what'd you earn in interest, I should say. Well, this is what I ended with, minus what? Well, I made what? $30 payments. How many of them? We looked at a second ago. 12 of them per year for 15 years. So that was 180 payments, right? Or I could just say 12 payments for 15 years. So this 30 times 12 times 15, that's how much money I paid. So if I subtract that out, there's your interest, right? Okay, so that's how you do this on the TI. Let's go to the finance website. So calculators.net, and I'm going to go to financial calculators. And again, a whole slew of them. Now, there is a calculator on the right-hand side. It says annuity calculator. We actually don't want to use that. And I'm actually going to use this interest calculator. I find this works pretty good. On the compound interest problem, we actually used the investment calculator, I think. We could have used this interest calculator, and in fact, for an annuity like this, I do need to use the interest calculator. So this one's a little bit better, which I didn't realize at the time. So we're going to use interest calculator. So here we go. Starting principal, none. I started with nothing. Annual contribution, none, right? Monthly contribution, $30 a month. And now be careful. The way our textbook formulas work, we're contributing at the end of every month, at the end of every compounding period. So make sure you click end. 7% interest. And now here, I can change these. And so I'm going to change this to monthly and 15 years. And I'm going to put 0 tax rate, 0 inflation rate. We don't want to mess with that. So now if I just hit calculate, there it is. So 9,508.87. So again, I'm going to round to 9,509, which means the interest rounds to 4,109. Okay, so there's getting those two answers out of the website. Okay. All right, last one. Let's go to the app on the iPad. And so this is an app you can get on an iPad. You can get it on an iPhone. I believe the same app is available for your Google devices, your Android devices. So easy calculator app. And so on this one, I'm going to do the TMV calculator up in the corner. So present value, 0. Payments. I'm making $30 payments. Future value, I don't know. We're going to solve for that. Percentage rate is 7. How many periods? Again, 12 periods, 12 monthly payments because it's compounded monthly for 15 years. 12 times 15 was 180. Again, it says compounding. I can click on that monthly. So where it says monthly, if I tap with my finger, I can change how it's compounded, but this problem was done monthly. And then if I go back up, if I tap the FV for future value, it'll calculate the future value. So 9,508.87 or 9,509 if I round, right? And then again, I can calculate the interest like I did a moment ago on my calculator. All right, so that is 3 different ways to do this on a finance calculator. Now real quick, I'll mention here at the end, some of them flip it around. They say, hey, how much do you need to save and pay, or how much do you need to put in payments to get a certain amount? So real fast, in other words, if they say, hey, how much do you need to get $1 million? And let's say in 15 years, 12 months, right? So we'll stick with the 180. So if I put the future value in, I can actually click on the PMT button, and then that'll tell me my payments. So you can go in reverse on these apps the same way. So you would just put in your click on the different things. So you can go backwards on these too. Anyhow. All right, so there is annuities and using the calculators to tackle annuities.